What if one tiny hygiene mistake was silently stealing years from your life? After 65 overlooked body parts become infection gateways, fueling inflammation, weakening defenses, and even shortening independence. Stay with me, because these are the areas most seniors never think to wash. Yet they may hold the secret to living longer. After 60, it's not just wrinkles we face, it's the quiet weakening of our body's defenses. Scientists call it inflammaging, a state where cells stay inflamed, like alarms ringing nonstop. That's why even small hygiene slip-ups can turn into infections that rob energy, comfort, and independence. But here's the hopeful part. Studies show that simple daily cleansing lowers infection risk by as much as 35%. In today's video, I'll walk you through the 5 areas that matter most, and how caring for them can give your body back its shield. 1. Hands. Your first defense. Think about how many things your hands touch in a single morning. The door handle, the coffee pot, your phone, even your glasses. Every surface carries invisible passengers, bacteria and viruses, waiting for a free ride into your body. That's why researchers call our hands the #1 delivery system for infections. A 2021 meta-analysis in Frontiers in Public Health looked at over 8 major studies. It found something powerful. People who wash their hands 10 times or more each day cut their risk of infection by 35%. Even just 5 to 10 washes brought a 25% drop. That's not just numbers. That's fewer doctor visits, fewer antibiotics, and more days of energy. Your hands are like doorknobs. They carry the world. But unlike a doorknob, you get to control how clean they are. The protocol is simple. Wash with warm water, not hot, for at least 20 seconds using mild, fragrance-free soap. Scrub between the fingers, under the nails, and around the thumbs. Dry with a clean towel. Do this after bathroom visits, before meals, and anytime you come back from outside. Frank, 72, used to catch colds every winter. He figured it was just part of aging. But when his granddaughter reminded him to wash more, often, really wash, not just a quick rinse, something changed. That winter, for the first time in years, he stayed cold-free. His wife noticed he had more energy and even less coughing at night. Frank's story is proof. Small, steady hygiene shifts can mean big changes in daily life. But your hands aren't the only gateway. There's one body part most seniors never think about. 2. Ears. Hidden bacterial gateway. Most seniors never think about their ears unless they itch, ache, or feel clogged. But here's the surprise. Your ears are one of the quietest gateways for bacteria to enter the body. Why? Because moisture, wax buildup, and even hearing aids can create the perfect breeding ground for biofilm. Tiny layers of bacteria that stick like glue and resist normal cleaning. A 2020 study in Medicine followed 482 older adults in Hong Kong. Researchers found that those who practiced proper ear hygiene had 20% fewer infections than those who didn't. That's 1 in 5 infections prevented, just by caring for this overlooked spot. Think of your ears like gutters on a house. If you clear them gently, water flows smoothly. Ignore them, and debris builds up, attracting mold, pests, and damage. The same thing happens inside the ear canal. A little regular care goes a long way. Here's a safe protocol. Each morning, use a soft, damp, warm cloth to gently wipe the outer ear and surrounding folds. Avoid cotton swabs deep inside. They push wax further in. 2 or 3 times a week, especially for hearing aid users, place 2 to 3 drops of sterile saline solution in each ear. Let it sit for a minute, then tilt your head to let it drain. That simple practice keeps the canal clear without irritating the delicate skin. Helen, 69, wore hearing aids for years, but often battled irritation and occasional infections. Once she began this routine, not only did the discomfort fade, but her hearing aids also felt more comfortable. She told me, I didn't realize cleaning around my ears daily could help me feel clearer, even lighter. And the next one, almost no one talks about it. 3. Scalp, regulating oils and microbiome. Your scalp doesn't just grow hair, it's a living shield. Tiny oil glands on your scalp once produced natural defenses, keeping microbes in check. But after 60, those defenses weaken. In fact, research in the Archives of Gerontology, 2024, found that sebum production in older women drops by 65% after menopause. Without those protective oils, the scalp becomes dry, itchy, and far more vulnerable to bacterial or fungal infections. Think of your scalp like a garden. When the soil is rich and moist, healthy plants thrive. But when it dries out, weeds, unwanted microbes, start to take over. The result? Irritation, dandruff, and sometimes even infections that can spread to other skin areas. Here's the good news. Care is simple. Wash the scalp 3 times a week, not daily, with a mild, fragrance-free shampoo. Check the label for a pH between 4.0 and 5.5. That's the sweet spot for aging skin. During each wash, massage the scalp gently for about 5 minutes in small circles. This improves circulation, stimulates remaining oil glands, and helps nutrients reach the roots. Always rinse with warm, not hot, water, around 98 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit, to avoid stripping away natural oils. Rosa, 74, came to me frustrated by constant itching. She thought washing less would help, but it only made things worse. Once she switched to a gentle pH-balanced shampoo and added those short scalp massages, she noticed the difference within weeks. Not only did the itching calm down, but her hair felt stronger, and she said she even slept better without the constant irritation. Pause for a moment. Have you noticed your scalp changing with age? Maybe dryness, itching, or hair thinning? Share your experience in the comments. Your story could help another senior. But what most people don't realize is the greatest infection risk isn't above the neck at all. 4. Anal and perianal area. Infection hotspot. Most people don't like talking about it, but the anal and perianal area is one of the most crucial spots when it comes to hygiene. As we age, the skin here becomes thinner and more delicate, and this area can easily become a hotspot for infections, especially for seniors. If you're not cleaning this area properly, bacteria can thrive, leading to painful conditions like urinary tract infections, UTIs, or even more serious issues. In fact, a 2021 study in the journal Microorganisms found that seniors who followed proper hygiene practices in this area had 20 to 23% fewer UTIs compared to those who didn't. Proper cleaning here isn't just about comfort. It's a direct line of defense against infections that can keep you healthy and independent. Here's a simple routine that works. After using the bathroom, wipe front to back with a mild, fragrance-free liquid soap. Make sure to use a fresh, soft cloth or alcohol-free wet wipes to avoid irritating the skin. This reduces the risk of bacteria spreading, which is essential as we age. If you're in a humid environment or wear clothing that traps moisture, it's also a good idea to apply antifungal powder to prevent any fungal growth. George, 71, struggled with recurrent UTIs for years. His doctor suggested he focus on his perianal hygiene, and once he started wiping front to back, he noticed a major difference. The UTIs stopped, and he shared, "It was such a simple change, but I had no idea how much of a difference it would make to my health." Take a moment. Have you ever had a UTI or skin irritation here that you couldn't explain? It might not just be aging. Share your experience in the comments below. And the final spot? It's one we all forget, but it's just as important, coming up next. 5. Skin folds and under chest, silent fungal zones. The final area is one many seniors never even think about, skin folds. Under the chest, around the stomach, behind the knees, or even between the toes. These warm, moist spaces become hidden breeding grounds for fungi and bacteria. And because they're out of sight, they're often out of mind until irritation, rashes, or infections set in. A 2024 trial published in the Bulletin of Engineering, Science, and Technology tracks seniors in a long-term care facility. Those who practice targeted cleansing of skin folds reduced fungal and bacterial infections by 20% compared to those who skipped it. That's a huge difference for something that takes less than a minute a day. Think of these folds like hidden valleys. In the sunlight, valleys stay healthy and green, but left dark and damp, they turn into swamps where invaders thrive. Daily attention is the sunlight your skin folds need. Here's what works. During your shower, gently wash under each fold with mild, fragrance-free soap. Make sure to rinse and pat dry. Don't rub harshly, as the skin here is delicate. In humid climates or warm weather, lightly dusting antifungal powder can make all the difference. Clothing choice matters too. Choose breathable fabrics like cotton to keep airflow moving. Lillian, 70, had struggled with recurring rashes under her chest for years. She thought it was just part of getting older, but once she began this simple daily routine, wash, dry, and apply a light powder, the rashes disappeared. It feels like freedom, she told me. I never realized how much irritation was holding me back until it was gone. And here's the twist. Many seniors still believe washing daily is harmful for aging skin. But is that really true? Let's set the record straight. When you think about it, your skin isn't just a covering. It's the body's largest organ, and your very first line of defense. Every wash, every gentle step of care is more than hygiene. It's an act of protection. It's how you guard your health, your energy, and the independence you've worked so hard to keep. These 5 areas, your hands, ears, scalp, perianal region, and skin folds, may seem small, but together they can make the difference between living with constant irritation and infections, or living with comfort, freedom, and vitality well into your 70s and beyond. So let me ask you, which of these 5 surprised you most today? Was it the ears you never thought about, or the folds you rarely check? Share it in the comments, because your story could help another senior feel less alone. If this message spoke to you, I'd love for you to subscribe to this channel. Every week, I share gentle, science-backed habits that help protect your health and extend your independence. And remember, before making changes to your hygiene or health routine, always check with your doctor. The safest path is the one walked with guidance. Above all, take this to heart. You are not powerless against aging. With small daily habits, like washing these overlooked spots, you can continue living not just longer, but better. And that, to me, is the real goal of healthy aging.